So energy can be neither created nor destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another, and that's the law of conservation of energy. Nearly all mass is located in the center of atoms, and the center of an atom is called a nucleus, where protons and electrons are located. Nuclear reactions occur by the process of either fusion or fission. Fusion is where you would take two atoms and combine them together, and fission is where you would take one large atom and break it up into several smaller parts. And both of these reactions produce massive amounts of energy. Using these techniques, we could solve the fossil fuel epidemic that's plaguing our planet today. We only have a limited number of fossil fuels that we use for energy. We're looking for cleaner energy sources, but we're having some issues here, such as water or solar. These alternatives are expensive, and big oil companies are in bed with certain individuals in government, and they're stifling these clean, renewable energy. President Obama was somebody recently in his last term that tried to push for clean energy initiatives, and he got successful with, there's some wind turbines, there's a lot more solar energy around the United States and around the world today. In the meantime, though, while we're trying to figure out all these clean and renewable energy sources, we keep burning off these deadly fossil fuels and further killing our environment. We're in a two-way race against time, where we either kill our planet from the burning of these fossil fuels, or we use them all up and we have no permanent solution to provide us with energy. My proposed solution is nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is cleaner than fossil fuel emission-wise. I'm going to show you guys in my PowerPoint later just the massive amounts of emissions that are coming out of coal plants that we use today in the United States. It is also more powerful and more efficient. It will not release deadly greenhouse gases and is a very reliable form of energy. For solar and for wind, obviously you need ideal conditions. You need lots of sun or massive gusts of wind that can churn like the giant white pinwheels that we see. So I'm just going to show you guys just some of my visuals that I have. So these are just two coal plants that are located in and around like West Virginia. West Virginia has always been like a coal state, and located in also places like Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, all and around there. And every single day, this is what they look like when they're providing and giving us energy with electricity. And I had another one too. Just look at that. That's disgusting to me, at least. These are just the visuals that I have here. Like I said prior, nuclear energy is more powerful than any other source of energy, and it is renewable. Personally, I don't think nuclear energy is the long-term answer. Obviously, we would all love to, or at least I would love to have everything run off of solar energy or wind, just stuff that's always going to be there for us. But I think that in the meantime, though, while we perfect these techniques and make them cheaper and affordable for everybody, that we should stop killing our environment and switch to nuclear energy. Obviously, I'm just going to go into like a little counter argument here. Obviously, there's going to be some issues. People think that nuclear energy power plants and reactors are dangerous, and that is true. But if we do everything safely, if we do everything correctly, we should be okay. Only 3 occasions accidents have occurred in or around nuclear power plants. One of them, 3 Mile Island in 1979, Chernobyl, which I think a lot of you guys have heard about in Russia in like around the 80s, and Fukushima, which happened in Japan in 2011. Only the latter two, Chernobyl and Fukushima, were people exposed to radiation, and only in Chernobyl where the nuclear power plant completely exploded, were there casualties, and 58 were killed. That's in the plant and in the surrounding farmland. Coal, however, is a lot deadlier. 4,000 U.S. miners are injured a year, and 24,000 die from lung cancer, something called black lung disease. Nothing is risk-free, obviously, but nuclear energy is safer for our planet and for people. Fossil fuels are slowly killing our planet. We need to save the environment and ourselves. Nuclear energy is not the permanent answer, but it is the short-term answer to hopefully spark change and to get us to fully dedicate ourselves to clean, renewable energy. Thank you.